Hey everybody out there, this is Seto, and today for you guys we're going to be profiling an Exodia deck. Now this is not your typical draw Exodia deck, but it's more Exodia Incarnate, correct?
Yes.
Yes, and me and him, my friend here, we've been actually working on this, so that's a work in progress, so please understand that. Second off, guys, I do not have my tripod on me, so if my camera does shake, I do apologize. I am doing my best to cause it not to shake. But yeah, we're going to try to go through this deck profile. Hope you explain it as best as we can. We've come up with some new ideas and concepts that I have not seen in Exodia decks, but hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, and get ready to obliterate. So, so go right ahead, man, into your deck profile and explain it.
Okie doke. So, first thing, obviously, we have our 5 pieces of the
Forbidden one, yeah.
Forbidden one. So we have Exodia. Then with Exodia, we have, as Seto said, we have the Incarnate.
Yeah.
What this card can do, what makes him really good, is he is not affected by card effects at all. Yeah. So for every piece in your graveyard, he gains 1,000 attack points. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's always at 0, but that can, be to your advantage later.
So the other good things you want to go about talking about, like Witch and like, what is he susceptible to? We know he's susceptible to kaijus.
Yep.
That's the big problem. This thing is, you maybe also wonder is why we weren't running 2. We were just running 2, not 3. We found that it clogged. We may bump it up to 3 in the future. Like I said, this is a work in progress. The great thing about him, though, is if you want to mention, remember Witch of the Black Forest?
Oh yeah. So the best thing about him is since his defense is at 0. When Witch of the Black Forest leaves the field to the graveyard, her effect activates and she can search the deck for a monster with 1,500 or less defense, which is this guy right here. You always want to search him with her. Unless you already have him in your hand, then you can search a piece if you don't have one to summon him.
Yep.
Speaking of, we will move on to our 2 Witch of the Black Forest. This might bump up to 3 or might stay at 2 depending on how we feel the deck is going. Next on our...
It's really good in the deck, guys, believe me.
Oh yes.
Which has been amazing.
On our stall part of the monster bits, we have 3 Battle Faders. Then we have also 3 Swift Scarecrows. Now Swift Scarecrow does the same thing as Battle Fader, but instead of special summoning it, you can pitch it from your hand to the graveyard. Therefore, it's not affected by cards that say you can't special summon cards, you can't special summon. Then we have
some one-ofs.
Yep, one-ofs. 1 Blue Boy. He's really good for searching the Spellbook engine, which we'll get into in a little bit. And then for our hand traps, we have 1 Max C and 1 Ash Blossom.
Yeah, we were thinking about dropping the Ash. Correct?
Yeah, siding the Ash for maybe like a Mask Restrict to cover the
or dropping the Ash for another Blue Boy. Mm-hmm. It's up to you. Your normal summon, the main things you're gonna be normal summoning is you're gonna be summoning your leg to summon your Incarnate, correct?
Yep.
Or you're gonna be summoning your Witch to use that with your Spellbook engine.
Exactly.
So it's up to you. Like I said, I've helped him out with this deck profile, so that's why I know it pretty well. I'm trying to help him along. First deck profile for him, he's learning.
I'm excited.
I know.
Speaking of our Spellbook engine, I'm going to scoot these over very neatly. We are running 3 Spellbook of Secrets. You use Spellbook of Secrets to either search Blue Boy, or if you already have Blue Boy summoned, use them to search Secrets, which you use Secrets to search Spellbook of Knowledge. Then what you can do with Knowledge is if you have, I don't know, let's say you have Witch already on the field, you can use Knowledge, pop the Witch, you draw 2 cards, then you get to search for your Incarnate, or whatever piece you need to move your battle phase along. After the engine, we have double Twin Twisters. This is imperative to run 2 to get to it faster, also to kill their back row. A lot of back row hate is very important to keep your deck alive. We have, for our draw power, we have 2 Dark Will Dealings. You draw 1, then pitch 1, so that's really good if you have a piece in your hand that you don't need right now, and just pitches the graveyard, it adds 1,000 to the Incarnate.
We're thinking of bumping that up to 3, but what kind of wishy-washy at the moment?
It can break, it cannot break. I found that I've drawn a Dark Will Dealing with Dark Will Dealing, so it's kind of messing me up on the pitch part.
Still, like I said, work in progress, guys. Still working.
Not perfect yet.
Take this and build your own deck as you go.
Next, we have 2 Pots of Duality. This is really good to kind of flip to see the card that you might need. So if you need that secret spellbook of secrets, if you need that spellbook of knowledge, you can hopefully get it with your pots of dualities. Then we have our 2 Dark Factory of Mass Production. We've been bouncing around between 1 and 2 because it may or may not clog, but it's if we do run 2, then it can be used to, and just in case you lose 1 to the graveyard, you have your backup security blanket.
Correct.
Then for the 1-ofs, we have Raigeki, Upstart Goblin, which is, I'll put it over here so you can see it better.
Man. Yep.
Then 1 day apiece. These 2 cards make your deck go from a 40 deck to a 38 deck.
And then you run the Raigeki just to clear boards.
Yep, clear boards. Next, after this, that completes our spells. So we'll move our spells over. And then we have, I don't run many traps, but I do run 3 obliterates. This is what's going to help you get your pieces to the graveyard, as well as clearing their board of monsters. We have then 2 Quaking Mirror Forces. These used to be Wabakus, but it turns out Quaking is a lot better because it not only puts their monsters, it stops the attack, but it puts their monsters into face-down defense position permanently. The only way they can get rid of them is by tributing or destroying them. Then last card we have for our traps. We have 1 Wabaku. Now, this last Wabaku can be switched out with a card you may or may not need. You may find that Wabaku is not necessary. It's 1 card that you don't really need because of all the scarecrows and faders that you have. But if you do find you need it, then it's there to have. So this is all the traps that I run in this Exodia deck for right now. And if Seto doesn't mind, I'd like to probably just real quickly show combo you can get featuring the Witch of the Dark Forest. So, for example, let's say you have a witch in your hand, and you also have a spellbook of secrets in your hand.
Yeah.
What you want to do is you're going to want to summon that witch, activate your secrets, which you can then use to search for a spellbook of knowledge, and then you use that knowledge to pop the witch, send her to the graveyard. Her effect activates after you can draw 2 cards with Spellbook of Knowledge. So you'll draw 2, you'll activate her effect to search for your big boss monster that you will need to use later in the duel to pretty much kill. Now, what's cool about him is every time at the end of your end phase, he will return a piece from your graveyard to your hand, which works really well because if you have another one in your hand already, your next turn you can use the piece you just got to summon
bring out another one.
To summon your next one, and if all the cards have been done right, you'll have 2 5K beaters on the field. Not much can get over that, especially because he cannot be affected by card effects.
Yep.
So this is basically the run of the deck.
Do you want to talk about the one little side deck card we were trying out?
Yes.
Because as you guys should know, the thing that Incarnate is susceptible for, kaijus. There's a kaiju for everything. So a side deck you could run, if you know your opponent's running kaijus, but I mean everybody's running kaijus nowadays, you could run Mastery 6 in your side deck. Or your main deck even, if you know you'll be going into a competitive setting, you could put your Mastery 6 in to help out in that aspect to protect your Incarnates, correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And do you just want to show just off, now these are just things that we're still playing around with. Like we said, we told you some of the different ratios we're playing around with. Well, let's just very quickly actually, just go show you some of the other things that we've been testing out in the deck. They may not make the final cut. It's just things that we've been bumping off our heads, and you can try them at your leisure just for fun.
Most definitely. I did pick Marsh Macaron. He is a very fun card to use because if he's destroyed by card effect or monster, he summons 2 more.
Yeah.
We have our extra Blue Boy, just in case we need to run 2.
Like I said, we're thinking about Blue Boy, Witch of the Black Forest, things like that.
I do have a couple Feather the Phoenix. I've been experimenting with one. It's really good in case you lose all 3 obliterates. You can pitch 1 card, put obliterate back on top of your deck, and then...
Same thing with Monster Reincarnation. You can send Exodia piece to the grave, add it back.
Yep.
Let's just finish up quickly.
Okay, Spellbook of Knowledge.
We're thinking about a 3rd.
Imperial Wall.
If you're going against a banished deck that banishes your stuff, this can help out. So just side deck stuff, things we're just showing you to help you out in your deck building process.
Exactly. I did forget the one part of Inquisitiveness for the spells. I have 2 summon limits right now, and then...
He's testing that out.
Yep. Last, I have Bottomless Trap Hole, which is really good for pendulum decks.
Well, thank you very much, man. I have to show you off this beautiful fedora he's wearing. That's amazing. So anything else you want to say as we're wrapping this up just quickly here?
Well, this deck is mainly for fun, but I do think with the right cards put into the deck, it can be competitive.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much, man. And until next time, guys, take care. Have fun dueling. Good luck dueling. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and we'll see you guys next time. Good luck dueling to all of you.